audio-only version on our Telegram channel. My best friend stole my business, and it revealed a truth that turned my life upside down. Hey Reddit, I need to get this off my chest because my life has turned into a full-on drama series with twists and turns. I'm 33, male, living in Seattle. I thought I had a solid friendship, a stable business, and a good life, but a month ago I found out my best friend betrayed me, setting off a chain of events that made me rethink everything. This is a long story, packed with unexpected turns, so grab a coffee. This is going to be a lot. I'll try to lay it out in order with details so you can follow how I ended up in this mess. If anything's unclear, let me know in the comments. My name's Logan, I'm 33, and I'm co-owner of a small mobile app development company in Seattle. My best friend, Travis, 34, and I started this business 5 years ago. I was the tech brain, writing code, building apps while Travis handled marketing and client acquisition. We were like brothers, college buddies, shared an apartment, always had each other's backs. Our company, Nextwave Apps, was growing, and we even landed some big contracts with local startups. I have a girlfriend, Avery, 31, who's a graphic designer and helped us with branding. We've been together for 2 years, and she always said Travis was too slick, but I brushed it off as her intuition. My parents, Ellen, 59, a librarian, and Richard, 62, a retired engineer, live in Tacoma, about an hour from Seattle. I also have an older brother, Mike, 37, a lawyer in Portland. We're not super close, but he's always there if I need him. Life was good, the business was thriving. I was planning to propose to Avery, and Travis and I were dreaming of expanding the company. But then I found documents that shattered my trust in him. It all started when I was reviewing the company's financial reports. We were prepping for a new contract, and I noticed $80,000 was missing from our account. I thought it was a bank error, but when I dug deeper, I found transfers to an unknown account signed off by Travis. I also discovered he'd registered a new company, Wavecore Solutions, with an almost identical name, and had moved several of our key clients there. I was in shock. My best friend was stealing our clients and money. I checked his laptop, he left it in the office, and found emails with one of our competitors. Travis was offering them our client database for $50,000. My stomach dropped. This wasn't just a business betrayal, it was a betrayal of our friendship. I didn't tell Travis I knew, but I started watching him. He was often gone for investor meetings he never mentioned before, and I noticed he got nervous when I asked about finances. I couldn't keep it in. I invited Travis to dinner at our office and confronted him with the evidence, the transfer reports, his emails, the Wavecore documents. He denied it at first, claiming they were temporary transfers for a new project, but when I pressed him, he broke down. Travis confessed he stole the money because he was desperate. He told me his younger sister, Mia, 27, had been diagnosed with cancer 2 years ago, and he'd been paying for her treatment. Her insurance didn't cover everything, and he'd taken out loans he couldn't repay. He said he created Wavecore to make extra money to save Mia, but didn't involve me because he knew I wouldn't approve. I was furious but also confused. Mia's a sweet girl. I knew her from college, and Travis never mentioned her illness. I asked why he didn't tell me. He said he didn't want to burden me and was afraid I'd abandon the business. I told him I needed time and asked him to step away from the company while I figured out what to do. I couldn't let it go. I reached out to Mia to verify Travis's story. She confirmed she was sick but said she had no idea about the theft. She was shocked and said Travis told her the money came from his bonuses, but she also admitted that Travis had borrowed from a guy named Jason, a local loan shark who was threatening him if he didn't repay. Through my brother Mike, I hired a private investigator, Kira, to dig into this Jason. Kira found that Jason Cook was a known loan shark in Seattle, working with local businessmen to collect debts. She also discovered Travis owed him $120,000, and Jason was threatening not just Travis, but Mia if the debt wasn't paid. I felt guilty. Travis had betrayed me, but he was doing it for his sister. I called him and offered to meet. He looked broken, saying he saw no way out and that Jason had given him a month to pay or things would get bad. Update 1. Thanks for the comments, Reddit. You're right, I can't just cut Travis off, knowing he was trying to save his sister. Here's what's happened in the last 2 weeks. I met with Travis and told him I wanted to help, but he had to be honest. He admitted he sold our client database because Jason was threatening Mia with physical harm. He showed me a letter from Jason. Pay $120,000 by the end of July, or your sister pays. I was shocked but felt I had to do something. I talked to Mike, my brother. He's a lawyer and said we could go to the police, but it's risky since Jason has connections in Seattle. Mike suggested negotiating with Jason to buy time. Travis and I scraped together $30,000 from our savings. I contributed $15,000, though Avery was against it, and we passed it to Jason through a middleman to show we were serious. Kira also uncovered that one of our competitors who bought the client database is linked to Jason. It seems Travis didn't just sell the data, he was forced to work off the debt. Update 2. Things got more complicated, guys. Jason accepted the partial payment but raised the debt to $150,000, adding interest. He also sent me a message, no idea how he got my number. Your friend S in deep and now you're with him. Pay or you'll regret it. I showed it to Kira, and she advised installing cameras around my house and office. Avery was furious when she found out I gave $15,000. She said I'm too trusting of Travis after his betrayal and gave me an ultimatum. Stop helping him or she's gone. I was heartbroken but asked her to give me time. Mia, Travis's sister, called me in tears. She said she felt guilty and offered to sell her apartment to help with the debt. I told her no, she's sick and needs stability, but she revealed that Travis tried to negotiate with Jason, offering him a stake in Wavecore, but Jason refused, saying he only wanted cash. Update 3. I'm writing this from the office because home has been tense. Things have escalated in the past few weeks. Kira found evidence that Jason's been using his network to extort local businessmen. She passed the info to the Seattle police through an anonymous channel, and they started an investigation. But Jason seems to have sensed he's being watched. He sent me a photo of my house with the caption, "You're next if you don't pay." Travis offered to go to Jason and sort it out. I forbade him, it's too dangerous. Instead, Mike and I came up with a plan. I sold part of my shares in NextWave Apps to raise another $50,000, which we gave to Jason to buy time. But that meant losing my controlling stake in the company, which hit the business hard. Avery left me. She said she couldn't live with the constant fear and that I chose Travis over her. I was devastated but couldn't blame her. Update 4. Thanks for the support, Reddit. The last few weeks have been rough, but there's a glimmer of hope. The police arrested Jason on charges of extortion and money laundering. Kira gave them recordings of his conversations with Travis. Don't ask how she got them. The arrest was possible because another businessman Jason was extorting agreed to testify. Travis also gave a statement, though it might lead to charges against him for stealing the data. Mia's doing better. Her last round of chemo worked, and doctors say she has a good chance of remission. Travis paid back $30,000 of the stolen company money by selling his car and some assets. He also shut down Wavecore and apologized. I'm not ready to fully forgive him, but I see he's trying to make things right. Avery agreed to meet with me. We talked, and she said she misses me but needs time. I'm hopeful we can work things out. Update 5. This is my last post, and I'm glad I can end this story on a positive note, though the journey was tough. Jason was sentenced to 7 years in prison for extortion and money laundering. The police also arrested several of his associates, and our company is now safe. I lost my controlling stake in NextWave Apps, but Travis and I made a deal. He's returning as a consultant, and I'm staying on as CEO. We're slowly rebuilding the business, though trust between us isn't fully restored. Mia's fully recovered, which is the best news. She moved to Seattle to be closer to Travis, and I helped her find a job at a small design firm. She keeps thanking me for my support, and it warms my heart. Avery came back to me. We had a long talk, and I promised not to risk our future again. I proposed to her last week, and she said, yes, we're planning a wedding for next summer, and I finally feel like I can breathe. My parents supported me through all this, and I'm grateful for them. Mike helped with the legal side, and I feel like we've grown closer. Travis and I are working on our friendship, but I've set clear boundaries. One more mistake, and he's out of my life for good. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss new stories.